I am a scholar, energy practitioner. I majored in restorative medicine, and I practice here in South Africa. And above all, I'm also a life coach, an entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur. And by the grace of God, I am a practitioner of natural medicine. I also consult for many companies that are into nutraceutical practices. So I'm so much honored tonight, Doc, to have this privilege to hear you speak. Tonight, we've tried our best to invite a lot of people. People are coming from France, USA, Thailand, Congo DRC, Philippines,
Dr. Edwin, while you are speaking, please, everyone on the call, please indicate your name and where you connected from, okay? You want to use that, you indicate your name, indicate where you connected from. Let's use that to welcome you. Okay? I'll be mentioning some of you, your name and where you connected from. Please do that. Dr. Edwin, please move on.
Yes, we're going to have, like I was saying, Philippines, India, Kenya, SA, Nigerians, Zimbabweans, Lesotho, Mozambique, and Uganda are going to be here tonight for you to spill the bean and open the door to make it easy and possible for everyone to know that we can all become millionaires, because the nugget and the power that you carry is too big for Africa. Thank you, Professor, for honoring this invitation to speak to our people tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Edwin. You are a man of intellectual masturbation, if I were to use my professor's word. It is an honor to see you. You are a man I respect so much. You are a man with integrity, a man with a resilience, a man with determination and focus. And the extent to which you've been calling me from across the world and wanting to impact the excellence in the world, I appreciate that. And I want to say thank you so much indeed for being on this call. And we are going to have a cross-pollination of ideas as we go on through this. So thank you so much indeed for coming. Ladies and gentlemen, I can see quite a number of people all across the world, Man, I need to hold on, okay? I mean, my whole thing, come on. This is too much. Let me take some time to mention. You have, you have Adusa, you have Dr. Bisolo from Ghana, Kofi Boateng from the USA, okay? You have Gideon from Ghana, Mavis from the University of Ghana, Birmingham, Ezekiel Ilebo from Birmingham. You have Percy, you have Lillian, okay, from Ghana. You have Aiko Dote Aruna from Ghana. You have Aku Wozioko, okay, Frederick Amwako, connected from the United Kingdom. Okay, Collins Vincent from Lesotho. Okay, blessings from Zimbabwe. Okay, you have Elike Nuwago, okay, engineer from Abia State in Nigeria. It's lovely to have you, educate. Raquel from Kenya, Koku from Ghana, okay, James from Ghana, Enyanam from Ghana. Look, ladies and gentlemen, please tell your friend and tell your friend to tell your friend. Tell your friend, your family, your co-workers, your acquaintances, your neighbors, your enemies. Tell them that there is something going on here. You don't really know the full details yet. Nonetheless, you are mesmerized to really want to invite a person to come into the cacophony of this. Please indicate your name, indicate where you connected from, because that alone that you document is worth $1,000, is worth $100,000. I want to recognize every one of you. Godfred, okay, Odante, Nee Soldier, Alice from Ghana, Afia Bright from Ghana, Roland, okay, Matthias, Jeremiah, all of you, I want to say a big Ann Temple, okay, my super duper mentor from Canada. And it's a pleasure to have you here, and it's a joy to see you here. We are about to go live in the next 1 minute, ladies and gentlemen. Let's begin and tell the world what we have. Ladies and gentlemen, okay, as a way to introduce myself, my name is Dr. Kweku Ohene Asa. Okay, it is shortened as Dr. KOA. I have crawled through the gutters of life. Even while studying to become a professor, I was selling all kinds of things. I was selling water. I was selling banana. I was selling chicken. I was selling clothes, all across the streets of the African market. And today, with the knowledge that I acquired. Even whilst I was selling, I decided by all means I will acquire the knowledge. And today I've been able to acquire myself 5 degrees. Now a visiting professor in 4 universities whilst being a professor in my own university. It's a pleasure. My area is a professor of artificial intelligence and data analytics, machine learning, and economics. It's a pleasure to have all of you here. Why are we here? Why are you here? Why are you sitting in the middle of the thick forest along the route where ancient travelers of the pre-vehicular era trundled, potted their way to the big town? And the big town, ladies and gentlemen, is known as the GotBackUp 2.0. This is a current breaking news hitting every ground that you know. It is time for us to turn our dreams into reality, because this organization, GotBackUp, is here to make that a reality. It started long ago in 1999 as Global Virtual Opportunities in Quebec in Canada, relocated to the United States in Texas, seated on a 10,000 square feet data center. And I'll tell you why I went there. I went to Texas because Texas is well known for one of the greatest fiber optic centers in the world. And the reason why GotBackUp is flying is because of this. Please pay attention, because this is the beginning of knowledge. Right now, 15 billion smartphones exist. Next year, 3 billion smartphones will be added. It's not only smartphones. Laptops are billions. There are more mobile phones than there are human beings on the planet. And each one of these mobile phones is accumulating data. When I say data, I'm talking about pictures, videos, documents, files, audios, all of these registry files. Data is growing at a phenomenal rate. The entire industry this year alone is generating $134 billion in 5 years. Just in 5 years' time, the number will be getting closer to 472 billion. That is almost $500 billion. Ladies and gentlemen, you are a data band of a person. I'm going to show you some incredible thing that will blow your mind away, okay? Now, when you go into the phone, many people have taken the phone as their everything. Children no longer talk to their parents. They talk more with their phones than they talk. Spouses talk more with their phones than they talk with themselves. 88% of people will go back home if they forget their phone. Please, if you will go back home, if you forget your phone, type 1. If you will not go back home, okay, 10 minutes after leaving the house, okay, type 0. But if you will go back home, if you forget your phone in 10 minutes, type 1 there. Type 1 there for me. I need to be sure I'm speaking to Homo sapiens on this class, okay? 88% of people will go back home. Why? Because the mobile phone is your life. It's our life now. We are married to the mobile phone. 74% of people will go to the toilet. This is where they meet and discuss all kinds of, with a phone, okay? Yesterday, 66% of you looked onto your phone screen 160 times. You watch the screen 160 times. We have become addicted. We use the phone for radio, for TV. Okay? We use the phone for internet. We use the phone for messages. We use the phone for calls, for alarm, for dating, for marrying, for everything. The phone is everything. And you see, the wisdom from the world is aware of this. And that is why so many things are now on the mobile phone. What is shocking though, is that basically 45% of cell phone users have damaged their phone. They've lost data. 5,700 screens are cracked every hour. A laptop, a phone is stolen every 43 seconds. Are you aware? And yet when these things get missing, you know what people say? They tell you that my problem is not even with the phone. What's my problem? My problem is with the data, the information on the phone. And that's why we are here. Ladies and gentlemen, data is oil. Data is oil. Artificial intelligence is the new electricity in the world. It is predicted that AI will overtake electricity 1,770 times. And AI will not work unless there is data, unless there are pictures, unless there are videos. Because if I put a picture of a snake into an electric car, the car is supposed to distinguish between a snake and a human being. because the car is supposed to destroy itself when a human being crosses its path. But when it is a snake, the car is supposed to speed up and kill the snake. Intelligence. The car cannot do that unless you put data. So you got to store data. That's the first thing happening. Let me tell you the second thing happening. People are using the mobile phone to generate revenue right now. 62% of Generation Z, 18 to 20 years, you just go to social media. So many people are using the phone to generate revenue. People who are doing even negative things are using the mobile phone to do that. People are cracking jokes. Housewives are using the phone. People are laughing. People are doing all kinds of things on social media and generating revenue. And you, my friend, you are using your phone and you are not probably generating any money. It is not correct. It's not good. And that is why GotBackUp is here. GotBackUp is leveraging on the cloud growth. And the fact that you can use your phone to generate income is combining that and giving us a wonderful thing. As we speak, it started just last year in April, and GotBackUp is already in 138 countries. The fastest growing organization in the world because it's in the digital space. You see, a lot of people don't know that technological advancement is powerful. The top 10 billionaires in the world today, 7 of them are into technological growth. They are billionaires. Why would Elon Musk, why would he go and buy Twitter, even after owning Tesla and SpaceX? Why? Why will Mark Zuckerberg, after owning Facebook, which has 3.3 billion people, why would he go ahead and buy Instagram and buy WhatsApp? Have you thought of why? The reason is because the technology is the mover and shaker of the world. And many people are going into that area. There is the metaverse that is growing. Everything will rely on data. So what is GotBackUp? Well, if you know what Dropbox is, then you will have an idea. If you know what iCloud is, you will have an idea what GotBackUp. If you know what Google Drive is, then you know what GotBackUp is. Because GotBackUp is just like them, but it gives value more than they will give. And we are going to show you those values. If you like it, you can switch from those areas and be part of the GotBackUp family. You know everything that those things do. You know what iCloud does. You know what Google Drive does. The only thing is that you are going to switch if you like what we tell you here. And you're going to see something incredible. First thing, if you have to buy, and you see, you know that sometimes your data gets full, isn't it? It keeps rising. And when it gets to a point, you don't want to buy. And because you don't want to buy, what do we normally do? What do? We delete, isn't it? We delete. You delete things that you didn't want to delete. Sometimes you delete and you go and delete your old important pictures, videos, documents. Okay? But what if you have an unlimited space and unlimited computers to keep these things on? That is where GotBackUp comes into the picture. If you take iCloud, for example, iCloud will allow you to pay $360 every year for 6 terabytes for 6 people. $360, 6 terabytes, 6 people. GotBackUp will only allow you to pay $99.97 a year for that same 6 terabytes, 6 people. Pause, only to pause. You will make you will save $260 every year for using GotBackUp than for using iCloud. That means that you can move all your iCloud information to GotBackUp and still keep this space alone and never delete anything and automatically sync it to migrate information, everything. Dropbox, the same thing. That is even more. Okay? Google Drive is even more. $216 every year for just $5 and even one person. If it is 6 people, we are talking about over $1,000. GotBackUp is better in terms of price, is better in terms of storage capacity. Note that down. You have more storage that you can use. You can back up your life history. And there's more. You know, iCloud is more or less peculiar and endemic to iPhone. See, if you don't have an iPhone, you cannot use iCloud because it's inside. You got to use that. So what if you have an Android phone? This is where GotBackUp comes in. You can, look, I have this phone and I use GotBackUp on the phone. I've installed the GotBackUp on the phone. Okay? It's right on my phone that I use. Okay? I'm going to show you something interesting. I know most of you will not see it, but I have my GotBackUp. That is a blue one that you see here, that blue one. Okay? Now, if I click on that blue one, it opens. Okay? Now it's opening. That's it. That's my GotBackUp. Everything I have on this phone is already on this laptop I'm using. Everything. Everything I have on the laptop is also in the cloud here. I had 2 other laptops. It is here. I have an iPhone with my wife, is here. Okay, everything we have. Now, suppose I lose this phone. I lose my laptop. I lose all my other gadgets. I can take your Dr. Edwin's phone and I can get my everything, even if it's an Android or it's an iPhone. That's knowledge. That's beauty. That is universality. That shows that GotBackUp is universal on all operating systems. It is highly secured. The security is just like Google. The security is just like Amazon. And when we talk about security, data encryption, data protocols, GotBackUp comes at the same level as Google. The security is advanced encryption standard, 256 patented military grade encryption and security. Let me tell you, you know your phone number, your card, your Visa card. How many digits do you have to enter before you can take money from the ATM machine or before you can actually do any purchase? 4 digits. You know, most of us have 4 digits all over the world. But the thing is that even though it's just 4 digits, the sequencing is difficult for a person to take it. Well, I tell you, GotBackUp has 256 different digits, and you got to look for a particular sequence before you can crack it. 128 has never been cracked in the world. 256 is impossible to crack it. The data security is so high that you have the only one who can have access to your entire data. Nobody can have access to them. It can never be cracked. The data center is huge. The entire data center is in the United States, in Texas. Even if there is Armageddon, the data is backed up on 3 levels in third-party data center, and your data is highly secure in multiple countries. That is why I'm a professor of artificial intelligence and data analytics, and I know how powerful this is, and that is why it's key. Another thing is that GotBackUp is PCI compliant. Okay, so it is allowed to store credit cards and debit cards into the system. The same way Amazon, eBay, all of them are allowed to store credit card. So if you use even your credit card within the GotBackUp system, it is secured, highly secured within the system. But there's more. You can use the people that are coming into your organization within the GotBackUp. Okay? You can have a lot of people and you can send them a bulk email. You can send them a bulk email. It doesn't matter the business you are doing. You can send a bulk email to thousands and thousands of people across the world. You can even personalize the email. So instead of saying, hello, Juan, okay, you don't need to mention Juan. You will write, hello, subscriber's first name. The artificial intelligence will automatically code the first name of everybody in your email contact. So this person will have, hello, Edwin, hello, Kweku, hello, John, hello. And every single person will have his own name beautified, and he will get it. And it makes the person feel personal touch, because the person begins to feel that you know him. All of this at the cost of $99.97, which means that you don't pay any extra money. Oh my. This is value. Look, I teach students on this email systems. Students will go and set up email system for companies. And some students will charge them $20,000, $30,000. And yet you have this same thing here within the GotBackUp facility. That is unmatched. That is significant. You can even automate some of the emails. You can say that I want this email to go at this particular time, this one to go at that time, this one to go. You don't touch it for many, many, many weeks, and it will do that automatically by itself. All these at a cost of $99.97. But there is more. GotBackUp right now is the only organization in the cloud storage department that allows you to get money for using it. Let me tell you something. DSTV doesn't pay you and I. Netflix doesn't pay you and I. Amazon doesn't pay. iCloud doesn't pay. Dropbox doesn't pay. Google Drive doesn't pay. GotBackUp can pay you an income which will be way over and above your current salary that you are having. Ladies and gentlemen, the income region is the reason why some people decide to be part of the GotBackUp. Your goal is not to go about selling the GotBackUp. No, 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 no. If you follow the system, the simple approach we are going to give you right now, right here, I guarantee you, you will see that it's so easy to make $1,000 each month if you want to make $1,000 each month. Okay? And depending on your capacity, you could make even more than that. By the way, remember that you can't rely on your salary alone. It's a very dangerous place to be. Salary is good. We are working. Okay? Most of us, about 98% of us are working. But you can't depend on your salary alone. It is a very dangerous. Dark times can hit you. Dark moments can slap you left, right, and center. Look at what COVID-19 has done to people. It has rocked a lot of people. Many people are gone. Many people have lost jobs. Even businesses collapsed. I had a millionaire friend. His entire real estate plummeted because he couldn't get anybody to buy during the lockdown. Meanwhile, he's taking mortgaged for that. Have a backup. That's the point. Have a backup because that time, that moment, that trouble will happen. So how can you use GotBackUp as a way to generate income for yourself? Well, there are 7 incomes that one can earn within the GotBackUp. The main income and the most current short-term income is the first one, customer acquisition income. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the number 2 to 7 are incredible income, but you got to look at them as long-term income. These are the long-term residual benefits that anybody with a long-term mind can actually generate significant income from that. So let me basically talk about a customer acquisition income. Now, imagine you want to use the GotBackUp. All you got to do is to install it on all your devices. Put it on your laptop, put it on your iPad, put it on your mobile phone, put it on all your devices. Let it automatically back up everywhere you are for you. Now, how do you earn the income? Don't go about lecturing people. No, don't go about speaking and giving details to people. This is what you should say. And if you keep it like this, you will do well in an arena you can't even believe it. Tell your friends, family members, co-workers, acquaintances, even enemies, anybody. Tell the person you have good news for them. Now, let me ask you something, ladies and gentlemen. If you tell someone that you have good news for the person, what do you think the person is going to ask you? He's going to ask you, what is the good news? At that point, since you are a beginner, your work is not to be talking. Your work is to bring the person to the expert here. Now, some of the experts are willing to speak to your people for you on a Zoom, one-on-one. Some of them will be willing to speak person to person, face to face. Some of us, the experts, we are willing to speak to your people on a WhatsApp conference call, on a normal conference call. It doesn't matter. Yours is not to be talking because you see, you are at the beginning stage of your empire. You got to just have some knowledge first, build yourself first, develop your mental framework, and then you can have the audacity of that cockroach to begin to talk to people. But for now, let us do the heavy lifting for you. Okay, bring the people to our meetings, bring the people to our presentation. We will educate them for you. They have a choice. They have a choice to have an informed decision and make a decision for themselves. They don't have to be part of the GotBack. In fact, they can just even get a service and go. They can just get a service and enjoy the service for a whole year. But we are talking about in case they want to make some thousands of dollars, then your job is to just let us speak to them to be part of it. When that person gets the service pack, which is $99.97, you know what you're going to get? You will get half of that money instantly into your system, into your account. That is approximately $50 per person. Now, let me give you some statistics. Suppose you are determined like I am, like some of the people here are, okay, people like Dr. Abisolo, people like, Dr. Dorothy Hansen. If you are like some of those people who is willing to speak and refer those people to us to educate them, please note, we are not going to be selling things to them. We are going to educate them on the trend in the world. When you do that and you speak to at least 40 people, 50 people in a month, 100 people in a month, we talk to them for you. You listen, you don't talk. You listen, and 20 people come on board, because that is our goal. Our goal is that every month you're getting 20 people. Every month you're getting 20 people. That means that on just this customer acquisition income, you will be making $1,000. Think about it. Anywhere in the world, you are earning $1,000 on just this customer acquisition income. Of course, this is just one of the 7 incomes you can earn. And it is the fastest income you can earn. It happens within 30 seconds, okay, after your registration. And that is where you can begin from. $1,000 a month is significant. The next income you can earn depends on the level that you have achieved. Depending on the level that you've achieved, you will make residual benefit. It will start small and grow and grow and grow as we begin. GotBackUp, please know that GotBackUp just began. We are just around 65,000 people around the world. And that means that we've not started. Look, our competitor who do not have as much as we have in terms of value and price, Google Drive. Google Drive has 2 billion users. If you like, just type number of users of Google Drive. It will give you 2 billion. Okay? iCloud has around 1 billion users. Okay? Dropbox has around 700 million users. That should tell you that when these guys get to know about this, when these guys eventually get to know about GotBackUp, its price, its capacity, its income, and the other 2 I'm about to talk about, what do you think they are going to do? What do you think these guys are going to do? I have been using Dropbox for 13 years. I recommended it to colleagues, professors, and doctors. And I tell you something interesting. I never got even $1. I never got $1. And yet I started using GotBackUp, and I have making incredible income superseding even my salary. But this is important because a lot of people tend to minimize greatness that comes to them. Now, cycle is one of the income you'll be earning. That income is based on the total number of people in your organization. It includes people above you and people below you. So you will earn that cycle income every month. It's one. All of these columns that you see are some of the residual income you'll be making. Generational income is significant, 2.5%. Okay, dynamic compression is another income. A match cap income, the cycle match. That income is. I'm a diamond, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a diamond. Look at the level of a diamond. Okay, as a diamond, what it means is that I can match check 100% of the income of all the people I have personally sponsored into GotBackUp. I'll give you an example. So let's say that over time, I have sponsored 10 people, and each one of them is a diamond, like I am a diamond, 10 people. And each one of them is making, say, $5,000 each month. I will earn $5,000 on each one of them, $5,000 on each one of them, making $50,000 every month. It's got nothing to do with even my own cycles that I'm earning. It's got nothing to, I'm talking about just the column, this column, okay, this very column of cycle match. Okay, as a diamond, I'll be making 100%. Just started. The total number of people in Africa, are not even up to 1,000 active people. So what does that tell you? We just began. Look at Nigeria's population, over 200 million. Look at South Africa's population. Look at Malawi, look at Zimbabwe, look at Kenya, look at Ghana. Come on. Wisdom is the ability to know what is obvious, even when it's a secret. 20 years ago, when Jeff Bezos indicated that we will have commercial flights going on to the moon, people laughed at him. If you like, watch the video. During the COVID, we had people going to the moon on commercial flights, paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to go to that. The people that make the world move, they make the world move because they see the vision. Vision is who you are now by virtue of what you see. And that is why the people who tend to do well are always those who are always doing well. Have you observed that? The poor gets poorer. Poor is not about money. Poor is a state of the mind. The word poor is an acronym. It means passing over opportunities repeatedly. Repeatedly. Jack Ma, once upon a time, the richest billionaire in China. Okay? So sometimes you got to take chances. You got to take opportunities that come our way. Manna is falling from heaven all the time. You got to collect your manna, your existing manna. You can become bronze. You can become copper, go to silver, go to gold. There are people here, among us here, who have moved all the way past to sapphire. Some are here, diamond. Some are double diamond. Some are triple diamond. The world will hear of GotBackUp. It will become like a household name. How much is that? How much a year? $99.97 every year. $99.97 is nothing in a year compared to having your own shop, your own provision shop. The amount of money you can make, that you can spend, even getting Uber, buying a brand new car for Uber. You know how much it costs? It costs way more than this. And it will take you 4 years working without touching that money before you can pay that money back. 4 years. And yet, with that same, with just $100 every month, that person can make way more than even having an Uber. I have made way more within a year than I will buy 4 Ubers. So my point is that it is always good. And how much you pay one time is $20. So in the first year, please pay attention. In the first year, you pay $119.97. That's it. Subsequent year is always $99.97. Subsequent year is just 99. But before that subsequent year, you would have made your income back. By the time you get 2 people, remember you have the customer acquisition income of $50. 2 people, you got your income back. Now these 2 people, you've given them a gift, a unique gift as well. Let me show you something. There are other benefits you can get in GotBackUp. It's called personal development. Please type PD for me. Type PD, because personal development is a unique thing that a lot of people go to the university to get. I guarantee you, okay, people pay $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 to be educated in the Harvard Business School, to the Johannesburg Business School, to the University of Ghana Business School. I work in some of these places, so I know exactly how much people are paying. And yet, what you are going to learn from the practicals, the millionaires in this industry, the movers and shakers of the business world, that will change the way you think. For example, you will learn how to reprogram your mindset. Books, some of the books behind me, you will learn books that will teach you how to be futuristic with your finances. You will read books like Think and Grow Rich. You read books like The Alchemist. You will read books like The Subconscious of the Human Mind, The Path, The Goal, okay, The Finishing Point, The Millionaire Next Door. Books that will regurgitate your mental gymnastics, increase your brain. You will be oozing intercontinental ballistic Kosovoic atomic missiles. You will learn things that will help you to build your inner value and submit that value to the marketplace. I'll give you an example to appreciate this. Watch this. Let's say you are a housewife. As a housewife, a lot of people think that they don't have a job, isn't it? But you are going to learn how to, because being a housewife is a heavy job. You got to have an endurance. You got to know the skills of multitasking. You got to have patience. You got to have love. You got to have humility, kindness. All of these, you got to be able to juggle between things. Over the years of being a housewife, you will learn how to write and document the book. And come out eventually, over a year, you will come out with a book like Housewife, the best job in the world. Now, let me ask you, suppose you are on the streets of your country and you saw people in a bookshop or people who sell books. And one of the titles of the books is Housewife, the best job in the world. Will you be tempted to buy that book? Will you be tempted? I will. I will ask myself, housewife, how is it possible that is the best job in the world? I want to know the content of that. Now, the author of the book tells you that the price is just $2. You know how many people could buy that book within a period of a year? That housewife is already a millionaire. Is a millionaire. If 2 million people get that book, that housewife is a millionaire, a $4 million. See, my point is that book, because when you write a book, you become an author. The word author comes from the word authority. So you have an authority of housewife. By the time you realize that woman will be taught here how to sit in front of the camera and bring her inner virtue onto social media, the world will begin to gravitate towards that woman. She will now be monetized from social media. The personal development, ladies and gentlemen, that you get here, it goes beyond even the income. You will learn, if you're a doctor, how to magnify that doctorship in a different way and generate revenue. Bring it. Value is anything that is useful to the user. And you will learn how to do that. You will build a community of network and partnership across the world. You will get to know people in 138 countries. Money can buy that. Your network is your net worth. And you will learn together. So all of these are the cost of $99.97. Man. The word fear is an acronym. It means false evidence appearing real. That's the word fear. And a lot of people are actually afraid because they've seen things like this before, isn't it? They are surprised. We've seen certain things like this. Sometimes because of their past experiences, we don't want to venture. Lenjamin, I tell you, we have a service everyone needs. All of us here have a mobile phone, a smartphone. We have a project anybody can put. It is time. It is time for you to throw your fears away and tell yourself, I'm going to venture. I will do whatever I can to take my family to the next level. It is time. Type it there. It is time. It is time for you to go to places you've only seen in James Bond movies. Places that you too, you were created in the image of God, whose creativity in his creation is creative. That you too deserve a better life for yourself and your family. You too have and must have what you were created to have. That you will do whatever it takes to take your family out of the clutches of financial difficulty. That you will save and protect the digital life and the memories of your entire family. You back them up. That you will do whatever you can to just out. That even if you fail, and you won't fail because you will learn. And once you learn, you will earn. Because once you learn, you remove the L and you will earn. Once you do that, you will by all means achieve your reality. Let me tell you, it's not even just about an income. Who you become in the process, who you are is your nature. What you are becoming is your manifestation. You are powerful beyond measure, but you are not seen. You have a different fingerprint than me. Each one of us here is unique. Your DNA is super. Your only thing is that you've not found a mentor to help you to navigate around life. You get that here. And you will become better. You will see yourself in the mirror and you will tell yourself, I feel better. The knowledge I've acquired, the person I've become, the people you meet, the faith that you have. That's going to define you. People will see you, they will respect you the more. When you speak because you've learned leadership. When you speak because you've learned communication. That money can't buy that. And you get that. Yeah. Is it risky? Is it risky to be part of GotBackUp? Of course it's risky. But it's not risky. Everything is risky. Pregnancy is tough. Pregnancy is hard. It's difficult. On the day of delivery, the child can die. The woman can die. And yet women continue to give birth. Why? Because risk is a powerful thing. You got to go through your Red Sea before you can get to your promised land. You got to pass through the desert before you can reach your Canaan. Life is not a bed of roses. I have a friend in Oxford, a professor in Oxford. He says, those who take risks make 2 mistakes. Those who don't take risks also make 2 mistakes. So what do? COVID-19 was risky. Many people died. You are alive. You took a risk. You went through it. You are clean on the other side. Life will hit you, but you will come out strong because your brain has decided to come out strong. And remember, nothing is easy. There will be dark times. There's so many countries are going to have election this year. You just don't know. In Russia, in Ukraine, somebody got up and one day the entire house was broken. His family members is dead. I have a friend in Poland. He told me his brother was in Ukraine. Okay, and within one night, his entire hotel was broken, was rubbled. Anything can happen. You got to have a backup. Illness can take you, pension can hit you, accident can happen. The economy can just go tumbling. But when you have a backup, when you have even knowledge on how to navigate around processes, I tell you, you will come out clean and stand tall on the other side. Because that is how life teaches you. Life is hard. It's got to be hard. Because if it is not hard, people will not think. The brain doesn't like to think. That's why the brain thinks. You can earn more than yourself. For example, if you go to a job, if you work more than your boss, will you earn more than your boss? No way. But here, you control your time. You control your everything. Don't stop your work. Continue to do your work. Remain in your work. We already know what we are all earning in our jobs. Do it. But at the same time, have this in addition, because it will save you a lot of heartache later. This is an organization, a project from the United States of America. Let me show you something. So many people in America are part of this. Okay? And I want to show you why I believe so strongly that anybody who takes this well, okay, will do well. Okay? I'm going to just go to my back office. Okay? My back office is a place where you are able to see. Let me share something with you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? It might blow your mind away. On the screen, and I hope you see the screen. Dr. Edwin, I hope the screen is clear. Is it?
Yes, it just come clear.
Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, this organization is doing something we call August Rush. And these are some of the people all across the world, Now watch some of the people on the leaderboard. You will see that most of the people on the leaderboard, majority of them are from Africa. Okay? Because they are hungry. They want to make an impact. But that is not to say that Americans are not in this. Okay? If you check the entire global leaderboard, you will see that a lot of people across the world are taking GotBackUp so seriously. Oh, by the way, I will show you how to get an app from your system. Let me see if I can just go to the next page and show you something incredible here. This that you are going to see, this is the GotBackUp leaderboard. This is the leaderboard, the whole world. And here you have, myself, I'm part of the global leaderboard here. And you can see that I'm number 4 in the world. Okay, that means that I have, look at most of the people on the leaderboard. Most of them are Americans. Okay, the top 10 people, okay, almost 7 of them are Americans. What does that tell you? America is a land of the dreams. And yet people are here. People are doing GotBackUp. Okay, some of these people are already millionaires. And they are doing this. What does that tell you? A lot of us want to go to America and go and live in a, this is America here, right, with you. You are paid in dollars. It is against the depreciation of the local currency. And that is why I forced myself to be in the top 10 there. You can also do that. You can be part of the changing circumstances of your family. You could be the one that will make a difference in the family, and you will be able to. Now, if you want to be able to get an app, you go to this place. It's called Digital Tools. And then you choose GotBackUp. And then you choose Use This Tool. I'm just showing you that GotBackUp, you can download the app. You can download the app from your Apple Store or your Google Market. Okay, those of us who started earlier, we had an existing cloud. But you can go to your new cloud. Okay, most of my things are on the existing cloud and the new cloud as well. So here, when you are on the new cloud, you have access. We spoke about 6 terabytes. This is it. 6 terabytes is here. This is it. Okay, and then I have free of the terabytes here. I've used 13.81 gigabytes. I have a lot of space there. Look at the percentage. I've not even used, almost 1%. Okay, and therefore you have that. You can download it from the Apple Apple Store or the Google Play, and you can have the MacBook version or the Windows version. The point is that you can have this thing on all operating systems in the world. Once you download, that is the same username. You got to make it password protected, and then you can have access to that. If you want to see the people in your tree, you can see all of them there. If you want to have the number of achievements that you have had, you can have all of them there. GotBackUp allows you to be able to it allows you to have digital tools that you can use to promote your project, your business project, even if you want. You can have all of them here. You can have your commissions. You can have your payout. You will know all the people entering your organization. You will have people who have advanced in your organization, people who are achieving and successfully helping people and moving across the world. You will get all of these people right there and then. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a project everyone can afford. We have a business anyone can have. And you know what is interesting? The organization has a system that will help everyone to grow. You will leverage on my effort. I will leverage on your effort. Now, let me go back to the point that we're discussing here. So we have a system that would help touch everybody. Okay? Let me ask you one last question before I look at the questions you have. Do you think now is the best time to back up your data? Do you think now is the best time to make extra income, develop yourself, connect with people? Or you think 2035 is rather the best time? I think it's now. Your life is limited. Your life is tenured. You have an expiry date. We all have an expiry date. Very soon we will be gone. The generations behind, that will make a difference. The word decide ends with the word side. It's just like suicide, homicide, genocide. They don't carry the good idea. Whether you decide to do this or not, it's a decision. A decision whose consequences will be clearer, not now, at a later time. I have made a decision. The first time I got to know about GotBackUp as a professor of data analytics, I know how powerful data will grow. I know it's growing. Remember the days of Facebook? Many people didn't want to be part of Facebook. The older generation, they didn't even want to look at Facebook. But now, politicians are using it to do their campaigns. Business people are using it to do their businesses. When something happens now, quickly in the technology world, don't toy with it because it will grow. Look at it, 138 countries, it will grow. We have people who have achieved a lot within the GotBackUp facility. All of these people, all across the world, have achieved significantly. Some have become gold, some have become sapphire, some have become emerald, some have become platinum, some have become ruby, some have become diamond. All of this, all across the world. You could make a difference in your life. You could make a difference in the life of several people. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a project that anybody can do. At this stage, I want to say thank you very much indeed. And I know that there have been some questions that have been put on the page. Please, if you have a question, put it there and then let's address them. Okay? It says that some of us are traveling. Okay, we are happy to share the recording. You will get a recording, don't worry at all. If you have a question, please ask your question here. When did this company launch? The company was launched in April 2023. And the core team of the business is what I've just discussed. Yours is to keep it simple. Yours is not to be lecturing people. You are learning. You are a beginner. Let us do the heavy lifting for you. Tell the person you have good news for them. Finished. Learn from us. Bring the person to us. We will educate them for you. We will educate every single person. Look, it's not by force for anybody to be this, but I tell you, if you take this well, your family will thank you. Your family will be so grateful of you. They will thank you so much because whether you do this or not, it will grow. This is data. This is technological advancement we are talking about. It will grow. And it is only by wisdom that a person will see the future. And the people that see the future are visionaries. In the life of a visionary person, there is no such thing like lacking. Everything is seasons. That is why we are told to go to the ant. The ant is one of the wisest, insects that we have in the world. Okay? It's the tiniest one, and yet it's able to see beyond the surface and prepare for winter because winter is coming. During winter, it will prepare for summer because summer is coming. and it will go. The risks of GotBackUp, somebody says, what are the risks? The risks are very simple. The risk is that if you do nothing, you will get nothing. There is no risk. That $99.97, if you don't have it, it is a clear indication that you need this business. Because the fact that you can't afford $99.97 a year means that you need something in your pocket every month. Okay? It means that whatever you've been doing in the first place is not being helpful enough. And so you want to have something in addition to what you have, so that next year you don't say that I can't afford that. There's no risk. The only risk is that I guarantee you this: if you do nothing, you will get nothing. If you do little, you will get little. If you do more, you will get more. And if you do abundantly, like Dr. Edwin is about to do, you will by all means get abundant. Life will give you exactly what you give back to life. And we will help you to grow, provided you are coachable, you are humble, you are willing, and you want to touch the lives of people. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say a big thank you. I've finished completing the questions. Dr. Edwin, is there any last thing you want to tell the world now?
Wow, wow, wow. Prof, we are blessed. I'm blown away. What? Which means from everything you have just said, Prof, it means that we are now privileged to leverage on the global cloud data industry.
Yeah.
It implies that as I am here, I can start tapping wealth like Google and all these other commercial communication industries. I could now start in the cool corner of my library here, be tapping onto this global wealth.
And you know what's interesting, Doc? What is interesting, I have people in about 48 countries in the world. Okay? Some of them I've never even seen their faces before. I just met them on social media. I invite them. This is global. It's global. It's not just African. It's global. And everybody is using the mobile phone. And so it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter when you are, what you are. You can be part of a movement that will just change the dynamics of your life. I just love this because it's a way for a person to network with several people across the world. Look at us. We are all connected together as one big family because of GotBackUp. If it wasn't GotBackUp, I wouldn't have known you. Now, anytime you are coming to the UK, I can host you well. Anytime I'm coming to South Africa, you can host me well. We have people in Canada, US, Australia, Zimbabwe, Malawi, everywhere in the world. That is a community of achievers we have. We have doctors, several doctors. We have professors, several professors. We have carpenters, several carpenters. We have mothers, several mothers, housewives, several unemployed millionaires. We have them. We have teachers. We have engineers. We have hairdressers. We have people of all levels. It is no respecter of age, no respecter of race, no respecter of education. It doesn't matter where you are. Everyone is rewarded. Everyone supports everyone. I love that. I love that. I love that. So I want to say thank you so much. Indeed, every single person who has been on the call, please speak to the person who invited you here. Okay? Tell the person, I have listened to all of it. I want to give it a try. I just want to give it a try. I don't care what happens. I just want to give it a try. Whatever happens should happen. I want to give it a try and try the service for just 3 months. You will be blown away by the benefit. I'm telling you, I was telling somebody, if you come to even understand the full details of GotBackUp, you will see that you can use it to run your own business, Okay? The VIP alone, the streaming videos, the ViDuba, the memory plays, all of the other things in it. That alone, one can use to run his entire business. So there's a lot that one can gain from the GotBackUp service. Let's go tell the world. We still have a better way. We can change the world, not Africa, not Europe, not America, the world. The world. Okay, you know why? I'll tell you why. 3.5 billion people are using Facebook. 3.5 billion people are using Facebook. 18 billion mobile phones are being used next year. 18 billion mobile phones are going to be used next year. Each one of them will need a cloud space. They will come to know that there is a far cheaper one and a more valuable one than the one that they are going to use. Now, I know that the iCloud and the Google Drive are pinned to the phone. Then people will no longer buy because it's expensive. They will only use a free version, and then they will use the GotBackUp as extra because it's cheaper and more space, and then they can even make income from that as well. That is significant. That is why I love this. I love some of the points being said. Kofi Boateng says, how many people do you have to bring on board after you register to get started? Oh, Kofi, it's just the first person. The moment you sponsor the first person, you start earning. It's immediate. It's not about how many people you bring on board. It is the first person. You help the first person. We will talk to them, by the way, for you. We help the first person, your first person. He gets this app. He gets the software immediately. Within 30 seconds, you see your income in your back office immediately. Okay? You get paid. Thank you, Ann Temple has answered that question for us. You get paid with the first person. Okay? And that is the beauty of it. Okay? And it is instant. And that is why I love this thing. Someone says, can you go over the app? Okay, now the app, we will have training. There's super power training that we do. We do this training on Monday, on Tuesday, and on Wednesday. We do this training, and we will go through this training. Okay, and we normally dissect how to use the app, how to download. We have videos right now on how to download, how to install, how to back up. It's very simple. It's just 3 clicks, and you are backing up. And by the way, you don't back up every time. You just do it once. Set it and forget it for good. It will do that automatically in the background for you. Okay? Once you become a member, you will train you on all of this. It's just some few minutes and you will have access to all this. Daniel, you have a question. Okay, you can type your question or you can read your question here. Okay, I've allowed you to unmute yourself. Let's see whether you can do that. Okay. You can mute yourself or you can type your question in there. Okay, someone says, how do I back up a Word or Excel document? They are the easiest. I have my Word, professor's document, everything on my laptop and on my phone. I have back. It's just indicating which folder the Word documents are or which file. And then it automatically, once you even specify that I want you to back up everything in this folder, you can put everything in the folder or the entire computer. It will just do everything for you. And then that's it. And so you can have a kind of a cloning of your whole computer in the cloud. You can have this computer, this mobile phone, that mobile phone, all sort of cloned in your phone, in your backup. And once you go there, you will get each one of them, okay, in there for you. All right, thank you, Anne. Anne has given some great comments. Once you set up your software and back up your folders on your laptop, which is cool, your what's that? your everything, your files will now back up automatically into the cloud. Exactly. How safe are the data? Okay, Vincent, I think Anne has put a certain video in there for you. Okay, and that video talks about the data. The data is so. We have several videos on data. Remember, this is a 256 military-grade encryption and security. The encryption is the highest ever in the world. Okay? Even the SLS protocols, as your files are moving around, there's even data encryption for them. Not to talk about the whole thing when they are seated. Okay? So you don't have any trouble with data. The security is safe. It's safe. And your data is backed up in levels. So you can't lose any data. Okay? You can't also have anybody have access to your data. Watch the videos that have been posted there and you will experience the joy of having it. You know what is interesting? Sometimes people say that people have never questioned iCloud, whether they are secured or not. They've never questioned Google. They've only assumed that they are secure. Okay? But then normally here, we help people to even begin to question about security. That's good. How do you withdraw your income? Your income is paid into your back office, okay? And then you can transfer it to your bank account, okay? There are other transfer links. You can use Wise, depending on where you are. Now, Wise will work for some countries. It will not work for some countries, okay? We used to also use Payoneer. Next month, we will be switching to another platform, okay? Possibly called PayPicker. We will be switching to that and then be using that. So once you get that, it goes straight into your bank account through that process, through that payment platform, the vendor. Now, please note that when you're a beginner, you got to allow yourself the 30-day money back guarantee. You allow yourself about 30 to 40 days to go through the first round before you start earning your income. The reason is because you have a 30-day money back guarantee, so you could stop at any time. Okay? And therefore, it is after you've decided to finally stay that you will get all your income. And then after that, every week you get your payment. Every week you get your payment. Every week. And then, of course, the monthly one, you will get it every single month. How long? Someone said, how long will the backup be in the cloud? As long as you are active every year, you have it in the cloud. It's there. If at a particular time you decide that you don't want to use it again, you are done. You don't want to use it again, okay? You could then tell them, you'll be given a grace period of about 1 month to now take everything you have from the cloud. You'll be given that 1 month to take everything you have, okay? And then after that, you are taking off the system completely. Okay? So you are still given a grace period of about 1 month to be able to back up or to take your items. Now, remember, Netflix will not do that. DSTV will not do that. Amazon will not do that. They will terminate you immediately. And yet, GotBackUp will allow you a whole 30 days to enjoy the goodies whilst making a decision whether you truly want to go on or not. Again, that is a good thing. It's a blessing, my dear follower, it's a blessing. I love the service too, and it's something that I will not toy with it. Okay. Someone says, how will you withdraw the income? You can withdraw the income either using crypto or using your bank account. We've said it. The person who has introduced you will guide you on all of it. It's very easy. We've been getting our incomes all the time. Okay? And when Payoneer is switched to the new version vendor, okay, which is even cheaper to transfer money to, many will appreciate. Many will appreciate. For those of you who are wondering, you will appreciate how great the new vendor system is going to help one to do. It says, how do I withdraw my benefits of the money paid? I've already said that it will go into your bank account or you can use crypto. All of this are in the system, okay? As you can. Someone said, what crypto did you use in case you don't want to use your bank account? Please, this is for the crypto world. We have several of them. Okay? Let me see if I can show you some of them. We have several of them, but please, don't worry at all. Let me just see if I can show you just one of them. Okay. So let's assume that, let me just go here and see if I can show you the possibility of one. Okay, this is one of my weekly income. And okay. So let me just go here. Okay, so you see this system here. Okay, you can see this system. This is one account one can use. Okay, there are several currencies that you can do. Wise help work in some countries. It doesn't work in some other countries. Okay, and here you have crypto that you can select. Okay. If you select to use crypto, USDT is the main wallet address. Okay, so the payout is currently only available in USDT currency. And once you have a Binance installed in your system, you can now have that. There's a small tutorial that we have, okay, and a document that will guide you on how to set up your crypto and use it, if that is what you want. Please know that it's not everybody who likes it. So if you don't like that, you can use your bank account, which is something that I myself, oh, you don't see that? Oh, sorry. Let me see what I can show you.
Doc is here to display.
Oh,
it's here
sorry.
to display.
So sorry. Please check now.
Yes. Yeah, we can visualize. We can see it now.
The Wise account is here. The Wise account is here. You can have all kinds of currencies, by the way, using the WISE. But like I said, WISE is not working in every country. So crypto is here. You can use USDT. Like I said, the payout is currently in USDT. After that, others will be added, over time. But currently is US. Normally, if you want to ensure quick processing timing, you have to add your crypto wallet address, normally 2 days before the payout date. And they need that time to be able to quicken and fast track everything. So you can use that. But other payment systems are being added as I'm speaking. Like I said, the one that we've been waiting for is coming up this month. And that will be beautifully used to pay every single person. Now, someone says, how do you pay the $99.97? At once, yes, pay the $99.9. You can use Visa card or debit card to make that payment. You can also use crypto to make that payment. All of that are in the system. Now, because I have already registered, I can't show you that in the system. But your person who brought you can do that. Can it be possible to go through your Momo wallet? No, unfortunately, Momo is not used in every country. But from time going, they will use the Momo. Anna's giving you an answer. It may be available with a new payment platform that we are waiting to see. So you can use any of that. Look, ladies and gentlemen, the excitement in the air is more powerful. You see, what is coming is more powerful than what you are seeing. Everything. I am showing you my system right here in my back office. That should tell you that I have stronger belief. You can see my same Dr. Kewe on the top right here. It just tells you that sometimes the only thing that limits us is fear. That's it. That's it. That's why many people don't go, But when you have a child who is not afraid of even a lion, that child is not killed by the lion. Research has been done multiple times. But then when a man who is older is afraid of the lion will pounce on the person and kill the person. So fear can paralyze you. Fear can demoralize you. Fear can weaken you. And many people don't do well in life, not because they can't do well in life, because they are afraid to do well in life. That's the point. That's why many people, that's why the few who are willing to venture where angels fear to tread, they succeed. And they are the few minority. Ladies and gentlemen, you are one of those few. I am one of the few. Come hell or high water. We will make it. You will make it. You will make it. You will prove beyond reasonable doubt to the doubters. You will tell them that I came, I saw, I conquered. Thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a pleasure having all of you. It's a joy. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Dr. Edwin, for your wonderful contribution that you are here. Let's go tell the world that we are going to change the circumstances. Now, when the video is ended, I will now, by all means, I'll be playing some of the videos of the organization to help you to see how far we are going in this. And you will notice that most of the videos I'm playing will give you a better understanding of where we are and where we are going in this. Thank you very much indeed. Let's go tell the world